Hey, my name's Zeb, and welcome to the Scrapped Episodes episode. Yes, there's Pizza Tower in the background, probably for the last time, for the entirety of Don't Forget. I'm gonna talk about what I scrapped, like throughout of Don't Forget, more or less. Some things I just left out, but yeah. Making this because I cleaned up the things done.txt I have, which basically is a list of things I can still do and have done, you know, just basically notes. Felt like moving out and packing things, cause I was basically just cleaning up everything and putting everything into this episode, like all the notes. Also, this episode is very much just me just telling you information. It's just then this, then this, so it can get a little boring. I suggest just put something in the background, like play Ballatro or whatever, and just listen. Have fun. So let's go firstly through the scrap episodes, which is, for example, I wanted to do another podcast episode because right now there are only two, which is the Let's Player called SSB Rocker, who has done videos since 2008. I wanted to interview him, but I never really didn't want to bother him, I guess. It felt rude to like, hey, can I please interview you for my YouTube channel, you know? Would that be alright? And yeah, even though at first it was because he had more subs than me, but now I have way more than him, and I'm like, still feels a little rude, so I scrap that. The next one would be a 12-hour stream that I wanted to do like soon, like of showing the exact sub count to like make it grow bigger, etc., you know? It doesn't feel like it fits into Don't Forget making an episode about that, because I wouldn't even be talking during that, probably. Next one would be a Hawaii Part 2 analysis, which would have been for Yellow's birthday, but I didn't have enough time to make it. I would have listened to Hawaii Part 2 because I haven't listened to that yet. Yeah, that was a prank thing I did, so where I have done an apology video about being gay as somewhere in trans. Next one would have been an episode because my mum has made an episode, so I wanted my father to make one, but we never got around to it, and now it's likely too late. That's one of the episodes that can still happen, but my father still needs to record something and I need to subtitle it then, which is 10 minutes. 10-minute subtitle. That's gonna kill me. Next one would have been Yellow and Table, but I don't have contact to Table anymore. Would create a presentation I've presented without knowing about it. I think that's a thing also Tom Scar has done, but I had that inspiration when I was going out of 11th grade. That was very funny. I wanted to make a sentence mixing animation. You know, motion, right? I wanted to make my own thing. That might still happen someday, but that would appear on Zap stuff. Yeah, that would have been funny too, but I actually have done progress on that animation. I needed to redo it because I found out how to make it shorter too. And yeah, for the next one, I've made a Choose Your Own Adventure called Being Friends with Ari, where you hang out with Ari, right. I wanted to remake it with a lot more paths. I never really have done that because it felt weird just upload, like, it felt a little too parasocial, I guess. A date with a Markiplier works, you know, but like a hangout with Zayob or Ari, despite it being also very weird and like absurd, would feel weird too. When I think about it, Markiplier probably felt the same way about a date with Markiplier. I don't know. So back then, Senor Pello has done a video about like boundaries, you know? There was a Senor Pello talk, I think it's called. Yeah, Pello Talks. Don't touch. And I was like, okay, there's this meme, you know? What if I were to make an episode about that, how I feel about boundaries? But I never did that because it felt not weird, it felt not fitting. Also, I think the episode wouldn't have been that long, you know, 5-minute limit. I wanted to make also an episode about how you'll never have the same experience like me, and because I have a different monitor settings, your eyes are different, brain differences too, you have different headphones, so the audio is different to how I experience it. You'll never experience the episode like how I experience it or how I expect it to be experienced. Like, I don't expect the episode to be played on a TV or a phone. I expect it to be on a PC, you're sitting and watching. That's how I expect people to watch my episodes. It's kind of like the movie director expects you to watch the movie in a cinema, not in front of your PC or television. I wanted to make an episode also about the news of Germany, Spain and the USA. The weather including too, you know? Which is something that I'll explain like near the end of the episode. I've done a lot, and this is not even half of it. I wanted to make how to make a sketch episode, which I was inspired by Cold Mirror how to video. I wanted to make an all-in-all episode about how I met Table, because I met Table in around 2022, like summer, and I want to make an all-in-all video about it where I noted myself down, but halfway through I gave up on noting things down because I didn't have the patience or whatever. And at all, I didn't experience much with Table. I think we met like thrice and I was there for a week. I also wanted to make a video about how I visited the Time Pyramid, the Zeitpyramide in Bavaria. But my phone didn't record everything right, and also my phone was overheating in the heavy, like I think it was summer there, because I was dying of heat just there. And yeah. As soon as I would have gotten multi-language audio, I would have made an audio play in 2 different languages, German and English. However, during the time from the start of Don't Forget to now, my D drive just evaporated, I guess. Like it died, and I didn't save it. I didn't save the work in progress folder for Don't Forget, because it was also too big, I guess. And I still don't have multi-language audio, which I still want to this day, but I'm not getting it because of fucking YouTube. I don't know why. Just ask YouTube why I haven't gotten multi-language audio. I so badly want to voice that Fern in German, but oh well. What I planned for, I guess 5 or something, episode 5, I don't know, somewhere near the end, I wanted to make an oldest to newest Minecraft version let's play. Like it starts in the first Minecraft version that has an actual save file that saves the infinite world to nowadays. I calculated it, and I would need to do like every 3 minutes a new version to fit into the 12 hour like limit. Yeah, the problem is that's way too fast, and I can't go above the 12-hour limit. Trust me, I tried. I had such a funny idea. Alright, that's another thing. Don't forget I wanted to make an episode about the perfect Don't Forget. Don't forget how I artistically intended it to be. And the joke is, it would have been 4x3 kind of thing. It would be the entire pilot season in 4x3, 144p with bad audio quality. However, pilot season is just a little bit over the 12-hour limit. Like 12 hours and 14 minutes and 40 seconds. So that doesn't work. So fuck, you know? Yeah. So next one would be a TF2 announcer pack I would make for Yellow, for Table and Onesie. Everyone would play it with their own reactions, you know? And I would make it like personalized for them. Like for Yellow I'd be nicer. I don't know, I'd yell at Onesie and Table, I don't know, something else full of memes, and they just react to it. Yeah. I wanted to make a review also about Gmod VR in style of Up Is Not Jump, which is a YouTuber that I used to watch. I even scripted it, but yeah, that file is also gone in the so sad data corruption of my D drive. I wanted to play Swen co-op, which is like Half-Life 1 in co-op with Yellow and Table. That didn't happen either. Because Yellow doesn't have a lot of time and Table, oh well, happened. I never really ever asked them to. It was just something I noted down and forgot about. I wanted to play the story game with them too, for like a memory afterwards, you know. That didn't happen either, because I think table just wasn't interested in the story game, which is fine. And I wanted to record Half-Life 2 VR. Like, the joke is, I wanted to make it just like Half-Life 2. Like, it would be the exact same jokes, basically, more or less. It would all be the same, just at be in VR. It's just like when I played Half-Mind. I think for April Fools. I think 1100. Whatever number afterwards. Okay, so now we're getting to the jokers and more stuff I can talk about in the scrapped episodes. The entire video would be a backwards message, which would have been the joker would be like a week, for example, or like multiple days where I just needed some rest. I never got rest. Well, kinda I got when I produced forwards. The entire video would be a backwards message, which would have been interesting. I just wouldn't know how to do that. Another episode would be just me and chilling on my bed and talking. I don't know, I'd have music in the background or whatever, and I just talk about just whatever comes to my mind for 5 or 10 minutes. An entire Don't Forget episode would be on my phone, like using the paper on ground, like as an intro, like hola, you know, as like hello, or hello. I guess that would backwards would be hello. Anyway, a fur talk, just about fur and talk about random shit. And I dare you to watch this the entire video. Like the entire time I'd like try to convince the people this is a challenge. Try to watch the entire video. Like, you know that video on YouTube, like you have bad patience, watch this entire video? Yeah, that. I'd have an idea about a cursed Minecraft Let's Play. Like sleeping and getting up in the last moment before skipping in the night, breaking a block with the entire hand, but like obsidian, but stop at the last second because of a sneeze, or mining out lava using the Q button. Like I'm trying to mine out lava and then use the Q button on my damn pickaxe, and then dropping in lava. I don't know why I put in quotes. Someone told me to do that because it's good, but oh well. I'd mine a hole. The hole. So I have this joke where I mine a chunk out. I think that's what I meant with that. And just I mine an entire chunk for no reason and just, yeah. Or I digging straight down. That's probably what I would have done also in that cursed Minecraft Let's Play. And just do stuff in 1502. Which is also an amazing episode. So, this episode is called Summoning Sans Anatel at 3 AM. The reverse would be Enemy. Sponsors would be Raid Shadow Legends, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, Audible, Honey, AFK Arena, NordVPN, ExpressVPN, etc. The video would be 8 minutes long, because, you know, on YouTube there's this 8 minutes thing, then you can just put ads in there. Even though I don't have ads to this day. I need a fidget spinner, bottle flip to make it work. And some other stuff. And some other stuff that I'm not talking about I wanna do on Zael's stuff. So you can expect stuff to happen on Zael's stuff that would tie in to what I would have done on Don't Forget. And there's so much more, but I'm just gonna make it scroll on screen for a second. Alright, so the next one would be Scrapped Weeks, which is, I wanted to make a, you know how I did 10 years ago, like how Don't Forget would have looked 10 years ago? I thought like, what if this time I'm going to act like it would have happened like right after that, like after the 10 days, 10 years ago thing, where like, what if Don't Forget was like 100 years ago? But I'd act like that was real. It would have been called Don't Worry, We'll Meet Again. The idea would be like, Don't Forget is happening like every 100 years, just in a different way. Like how it fit. that is like the AU kind of idea. So some people met 100 years ago, like I don't know, in Germany, America, whatever, and they wanna meet again, you know. And I found some footage and some stories that were sent through mail about something like that. A project someone made for their friends. They sent they sent out a lot of mail and they should open it every day, which is a short story. That was the idea, and I'd read those stories until season 5, quote unquote, which would have been in 1925, which would have been some 2 silent films. I'd explain it like they've got into the film industry or something. So I'd read like 2 short stories which would have tied into the pilot season, like a story about someone in a cauldron trying to climb up a mountain, or some other stuff. I don't know what happens in the pilot season currently. And for example, in season 4, someone would play the Landlord's game, but they always rolled a 4 and 3, which is about a scrap episode that I didn't talk about, which is I tried to play Monopoly for the Wii, Monopoly Streets, but I had this bug that I only rolled 4 and 3s. I wish nowadays I would have kept it. Because holy shit, I can't even recreate it anymore because I don't know what happened. But when I played with my parents Monopoly Streets, like in German, I had it set to English, I don't know, maybe there's a bug there. Monopoly worked fine. I don't know. Fuck, now I wish I uploaded that. Anyway, that is the idea about the what if Don't Forget was 100 years ago. I don't know, maybe someone wants to do that, make write every episode into a short story set 100 years ago, which would have fit to 100 years ago, don't forget. I don't know. There would have been a podcast week, which is why the podcast tab was so long there, because there was an unlisted playlist or a private playlist about the Don't Forget a podcast week. For example, Yellow gets 3 topics, I got 3 topics, and the last topic would be about Don't Forget. Table would have been there. We even recorded like 2 podcasts together, but they're gone because, and let's all say it again, the D drive died. Yellow's topics would be the universe and in the natural world. Table had a podcast about what was it? Trains. Yeah, trains. We talked then about the universe, but died. My topics would have been Undertale Deltarune, AI, and what is art. I also had an idea about role playing and retro stuff. Yeah, but that didn't happen because Yellow doesn't really want to be recorded anymore. He doesn't feel comfortable. There would have been a FNAF week. However, Scott Cawthon doesn't have age-rated his FNAF games, so I can't buy them even anymore. However, I recorded a couple FNAF games, which is Ultimate Customized, FNAF 1 and FNAF 2. So you can watch those. A viewer OC week, which is basically throughout the entire week, you guys, through live streams or whatever, would create an OC, which would have been the 3rd character of Don't Forget. There's Neo, there is Fern. I mean, there's some others like Torva and shit, but they're like side characters, don't matter, one-offs. Dunkelboss 2 is a 1 or 2 off. Yeah. There would have been my Mario Party week with Yellow, Table, and Onesie. It was Gadget for a second, but I changed it around Onesie. But yeah, things didn't happen. I would have played Mario Party 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 through the week with them. Like one game each time. A classic Sonic week where I would have played Sonic 1, 2, which I did already, CD, 3 and Knuckles, 4th and 4 episode 1 and 2, and Sonic Superstars. But yeah, didn't happen. All that didn't happen. The Doom week would have been Doom, Doom 2, Doom 64, 3, 2016, VFR, and Doom Eternal. The problem with Doom 1 and 2 is they're now they're merged, so fuck. Which is why the Hitman week can also happen, which is also something I planned. I wanted to do a Hitman week, which is one of the in work because I needed to wait, where I would have played Codename 47, The Silent Assassin, Contracts, Blood Money, Absolution, and World of Assassination. However, I played Codename 47. The Hello Neighbor week. I would have played the pre-alpha, the alpha 1, 2, 3, and 4, Hello Neighbor, and Hello Guest. Yeah. You might be asking, but hey, wait a second. That's Hello Neighbor, the first 6 one. They're all Hello Neighbor. Well, I'll be honest. All the alphas are their own game at this point. They all have a different house, you know? Except pre-alpha and alpha. However, pre-alpha has a smaller house. I don't know. It didn't happen, so it doesn't matter. The League of Legends clones week. So I wanted that there's so many League of Legends clones. So I thought, okay, what if I just play all of them in a week? Monday would have been Aeon of Strife, which is a StarCraft map. Yeah, that was where Dota originated. So there's Dota 1, which I would have needed Warcraft 3, which I don't own. I would have needed to buy that. I don't need to buy StarCraft because I saw somewhere it's free, at least the original. Dota 2, I played Dota 2 though. It wasn't fun. Heroes of the Storm, which was okay. Heroes of Neverth, I don't know. Smite, is also apparently. And then at the end, I would have played League of Legends, The Sin. Oh well. There would have been 2 Final Fantasy weeks. You can guess what I played on each day. I think it is obvious. Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 first week, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Yeah. Though I don't know, is there a Final Fantasy 14? I don't know, actually. Yeah, there is. And of course there would have been the other Final Fantasies afterwards. Of course there's a 14. This is not in work. A game theory week, or theory week more, where game theory, which would have been about a double jump being actually possible, just more in looks. There's a double jump is possible. Film theory, food theory, style theory, space theory, which is a reference to in Space with Markiplier, book theory, and music theory. Yeah. A chaos modification week, which is basically I use base games and I modify them to hell and back until it just what the fuck is happening. Like Team Fortress 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Skyrim, which I would have needed to buy, but I think my father has it. Terraria, Sims 4, Gmod, and Minecraft. Minecraft as the end because the ultimate modification game, basically. A Paper Mario week, where we played Paper Mario 64, The 1000-Year Door, Super Paper Mario, Sticker Stars, Paper Jam, that counts, Color Splash, and the Origami King. Would have fit well with the remake coming out, and I own it. But I wanted to also buy Paper Mario 64. So, fuck. So here's the challenge, the in works, which I already taken Hitman already. I already talked about Hitman, the Hitman week. which is the challenging fate week. When I would have been able to make money, I would have said, alright, let's challenge fate. Monday I would have played a gay dating sim, Tuesday a non-binary game, Wednesday I would be talking just simply about my passion projects. Then I make a skit or sketch, however you want to call it, video. Friday, I don't know, that's why it's no work. Saturday is a day where Yellow would have made an episode, and Sunday an episode about table making an episode. I wanted to see, okay, I make money now. Let's see how many people stay after this, because I don't want homophobes or transphobes in my community, because duh, you like me. I like men and I'm non-binary. I wanted to see, okay, how many people are actually interested in what I'm doing, instead of just about me playing games. A skit or sketch is more like, okay, something that is not gaming. Friday, I don't know, something, you know. How many people are interested in yellow? If they don't like yellow, well, fuck, I guess, for them. And how many are not interested in table? Just me. To just see how many people can I piss off with that while doing absolutely nothing like bad. But I never did it because I was never able to make money off Don't Forget ever. To this day actually, I don't even make money off supers or memberships because I can't have them because I don't have enough hours. The Sims week, which would have been actually in not an actual order. Actually, it is an order, lore order, because Sims has lore. The first one would be Sims Medieval. The Tuesday would be Sims 3 because it plays 25 years before Sims 1 somehow. I don't know how that makes sense. Then Sims 1, then Sims 4 because it's in between Sims 1 and 2 in a different timeline apparently. Sims 2 because it plays 50 years after Sims 1 somehow. Sims 5 because it depends where it would be placed in lore, but there's a problem. EA will never make a Sims 5. And then SimsGuesser, which is a GeoGuessr but for Sims 4. Final Fantasy Week 3 would, because there's also two more that were made, but well. And the rest would have been also Final Fantasy, but those have yet to come out. Then Life is Strange Week, because there is nothing past double exposure. There's Before the Storm, Life is Strange, the first one, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, Final Fantasy, yeah, thank you. Life is Strange 2, Life is Strange True Colors, and Double Exposure. But there's none afterwards, I think. Yeah, there's none. The Mario Party week. 8, 9, 10, Super Mario Party, Mario Party Superstars, and Super Mario Party Jamboree. But there's none afterwards, so of course it's a work in progress. The Pocket Mario Party week would have involved Mario Party E, Advance, DS, my favorite one by the way. But I played DS. I'm glad I did. It was actually kind of funny. Island Tour Star Rush and the Top 100. There is no 7th, so work in progress. The IRL week, which I actually already took a lot of out. The only one I haven't done are the Game of Life IRL, which have been a reference to Call Me Kevin, one of my favorite videos of his, where he played with himself the Game of Life and just gone insane through that, which is, the video is actually called Quarantine Means No Socializing, so I played board games with myself, and it's actually really funny. And a 5-minute presentation about Don't Forget, which would have been probably the channel trailer, but I think I might actually make a trailer after the vlog for Don't Forget, as like a series. The other ones would have been like making a paper airplane and shit. But I already did with that, so yeah. The Hitman week we already talked about. The Emily is Away week. which would have been Emily is Away, Emily's Away 2, and Emily's Away Hard. Thursday is nothing, Friday is nothing, Saturday is nothing, and Sunday is Fern's Away. Because in Emily's Away 2, you can actually, what's it called? The Steam Messenger is being used there too. If you want, you can message people through Emily's Away 2 in the game through Steam. If that makes any sense. Yeah, but there are no 6 other Emily's Away games. I don't know if there are more coming. Either way, no week for that. The announcement week. Trailer week. Announcement trailer week. There we go. I can't talk, I'm so sorry. Monday would have been Five Nights in the Void trailer, because I found a FNAF builder game. And I wanted to make a Don't Forget game out of that. But that never happened. Like, you would have worked more like the puppet. Fern would walk around, blah blah blah. But I stopped working on it, so yeah. Hangout with Fern trailer. The video is literally in development limbo since 2019. Yeah, I still work on it. In a way, I don't actually. I want to work on it, but I don't. I can't get myself to it. It's in limbo currently. In development hell. Don't forget, we'll meet each other announcer pack. I have made a work in progress announcer pack for Don't Forget We'll Meet Each Other that I never released. I think I have it still, yeah. I stopped working on it, I lost interest in it. And Fern's insert weekday here, insert time here, rap, funkin', rappin', etc. I would have made in Game Maker a rhythm game with one song, which would have involved Fern. Which would have been very random, like the song is always slightly different. Yeah, but I never really got around to it, and also I'm not too good at music. I'm learning it, I wanna learn it, but yeah. How to cook week. So, it would have been very, very small things that I show how to cook, like how to make toast. I talk about how passionate and I am about toast and over-exaggerate things. And then the episode ends after 5 minutes. Because every episode has got 5 minutes, because I was planned to do it. I planned to do it before this season. Making cornflakes. And because it takes so little time to make cornflakes, I would have just stared until the end of the episode at the viewer. Just creepy. For no reason. Making mushroom oven... making an oven mushroom pizza. Making a microwave salami pizza because you can actually wrap it kinda like, I don't know how to explain it, but it actually is rather good. Making toasties with the round bread. I don't know if you know what I mean with the round bread, but there's a toast bread that is round, and if you use a toasty on it, which is like meat kind of schnitzel, which you can also do in a toaster, that's why it's called toasty. They actually work rather well together. And make spicy soup, because I also like to make myself sometimes spicy soup. And that's it, because there's no Sunday. That's why it's still in a work in progress. Some things are in work in progress, even though it doesn't need to be. But I just can't think of anything simple to make as like a joke. OC week. So Monday would be how to make an OC, a little tutorial, no? Tuesday would be making an OC myself. Which subtitle would have been a bit of fun making an OC. Because that was still during the time when I didn't know if Yellow and Table would enjoy this, and how to make this. Like, should the title still be in the title, or should there just be no title? as like a surprise. There's no Wednesday, there's no Thursday, there's no Friday. Saturday would be Tabletop Simulator, Character Sacrifice, which is a card game I made using only OCs of mine. Every card is special. And there's no Sunday because I don't know. Don't ask me. I think it's because of the viewer OCs week, yeah. IRL week 2. Monday would be Yellow teaching me how to make a blanket. Tuesday is Let's Eat, using this channel for its original purpose. So, you know how Don't Forget We'll Meet Each Other, the channel, was actually created in 2014. And that is because I reused this channel. It was firstly called, what was it called? VDR Real Life. VDR Real Life, yeah. No, WD Real Life channel or canal. And it was originally made to be a Let's Eat, like me and my old best friend from Germany, like that I met since the 1st grade. We wanted to review stuff like, I don't know, restaurants, etc. And the first episode would have been us reviewing what we ate at McDonald's. We were children back then, so I excuse it. So that would have been used for its original purpose. However, I never did it. Wednesday would have been recording me sleeping. Thursday would be watching the stars with, just watching the stars, and it would have been like, I'm quote-unquote there with them. I would have just laid down like at the parking lot at night and just look at the stars or something. Or just at the balcony, I don't know. Friday would have been the joy of role-playing. So you know the episode that I made about the joy of MS painting? It would have been similar, if not basically the same as that, but it's just the joy of role-playing. Where I'd role-play on a Discord channel. I don't know if it would have been scripted or something. And just role-played. And just showed how nice it is to roleplay. Which, I mean, I really like role-playing. It's funny and can get... I love improv. Saturday is try to sit properly challenge for 30 minutes. Which I would have done, but I never got around to it. I wanted to do that during the 13 special, you know? But I never got around to it. And I would have limited it to 50 minutes. But oh well. And Sunday is nothing, because it's scrap. IRL week 3. I don't know why I've separated that. Oh, because it gets harder and harder for me to do. Painting. I would have painted with a real, like a real painting, like with paint, you know? And like a brush. Thursday would have been turning a normal clock to a Don't Forget clock. I would have bought an analog clock and just painted it in to make it fit Don't Forget. Which I would have wanted to... What was it? Yeah, I wanted to announce merch through that. Like a Don't Forget clock. I'm gonna talk later about that. Wii's, the Wii Week. So there are a lot of Wii games out there and I wanted to play all of them. I played Wii Sports. I didn't play Wii Play. Why didn't I play Wii Play? What the fuck is wrong with me? Wii Chess I played. I played Wii Party and Wii Party U. And I played Wii Sports Resorts, which I noted not able to play anymore. There's so much more I can't play there. Wii Music I never played. Yeah, there are a lot of things. The Taking Over the World week. I'd make my own language, a conlang. A constructed language, to be exact, if you don't know what that means. Making rules for the country. Making a flag for the country and deciding where the country would be. A Don't Forget Day. Make a video for your friends and then watch the videos. Ah yeah, Don't Forget holiday, isn't it? Yeah. And Friday and Saturday is nothing because it's, you know, unfinished. And making a Let's Play speaking the language. Yeah. So that is the Taking Over the World week, which would have been incredibly funny. But oh well. The Never Happening week. Yes, that's what it's called. The Never Happening week. I even planned for it to never happen. Monday, lemonade stand. Play the clip. That was a voice acted clip from our Unus Honest episode. Yeah. And I still have it to this day. I saved it. I finally got it to use because I have recorded it in 2021, January. Yeah. Then there is making a song, which would have been the theme song for Don't Forget We Meet Each Other. Yeah. I mean, the Concrete Walls are just Nicole. That is the theme song. However, I think I want to make an actual song. I don't know. Buying a dress, I don't have the confidence for that. Create a costume, making a fern fursuit, which has a subtitle, huh? That was still during the time where I was in the planning phase. And making a weapon out of wood, because I can't do that. Saturday and Sunday is nothing. Holy shit, we are like 40 minutes into this episode. Yeah, this episode will not come out at 3 PM because it's in a minute. The sub-specials, let's just go to the next, but yeah, that's a lot of shit I scrapped. The sub-specials. At 10,000 subscribers, I wanted to make a week. Monday, the website release, like out of beta. The website is out, it's just in beta, you know. Tuesday is a green screen stream. I don't know, maybe also voice lines. I could just clip a microphone just on my shirt, so I didn't need to separate it. Basically, the green screen thing would be like, you know how Germa made a green screen stream and RT Game? Yeah, it would have been that. I just have a smaller green screen, so I couldn't do as much. Yeah. And that didn't happen. Oh well. Wednesday would have been RPG Maker 2003. My making game with you all. And maybe Yellow too. Who knows. Thursday would have been... I wouldn't have said it, by the way, on Wednesday. But on Thursday, YouTube plays a RPG Maker that they made. I don't know why I wrote I made, but the thing is, the people would make the RPG, like, for 12 hours or so, and then they had to play through it. Like with a GitHub thing I found, YouTube chat plays. That would have been funny, because if they made it extremely hard, if not impossible, they couldn't play through their own game. And that stream would also be like 12 hours. If the other one isn't already. Friday would have been Don't Forget Jeopardy, because that's a Jeopardy Labs website. With Yellow and fans. Yeah. Saturday would have been comments commentating episode. Because I used to love that. I would have commented on, like, answered every comment. Like with sketches and shit. I want to make my own soundtrack too. I might do that still. For Zeob's stuff. It's a good idea. It's a good fucking idea. Yeah. The next one would be one viewer is allowed to make one episode. That's still, you know, the sub special. Yeah. One of you would have been allowed to make one episode. I still would have looked over it, and if I didn't like something, or if the viewer would have sent me bullshit, I would have chosen someone else. And Sunday too, like a second episode would come out. Viewers create an OC for the channel as a new mascot. 12 hours, every hour has a new choice. Personality, voice, etc. Yeah, I had so many ideas. I wanted to make another mascot, like not to replace Fern, but just to have another one, because it's like Neo, Fern, and then the viewers as like their own self-insert. I want to have a self-insert for everyone to work. But oh well. That is what would have happened for 10,000 subscribers. Because that would have been the last milestone. We are at 8,000 currently. So, yeah. But it never happened. But now you all know. Yeah. At 100k, I would have done unboxing and maybe a hangout with Fern. I would rush myself to finish it. Not rush, but like push myself to the limits. Because making a choose your own adventure is not easy, trust me. Even just trying to wrap your head around how everything would work is extremely hard, but I would have tried. And I tried to make a like, you know those ads that you see like on Plakat, was heißt Plakat? Plakat. Posters, the ad posters, like I would have had an ad poster in Madrid, Spain, one in Missouri, America, and one in Hamburg for like a month. I'd make a video about how I made how I designed it, and it'd be like, subscribe to Don't Forget to not miss blah 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 blah, you know? But oh well. I actually made a joke one that I uploaded on the Discord, where like a video ad, which could have been on the New York Times Square. I made it as a joke. I didn't plan on ever doing it actually, you know? Yeah. That would have been the 100 subscriber special. The unboxing, by the way, would have been the play button. And the 1 million would have been an unboxing, but actually making a blank clock into like a, or not a not blank clock, into like a Don't Forget clock, and selling those as merch. Maybe also YouTubes, who knows? But I don't like YouTubes anymore. I don't know. I grew out of it, and yeah, I also had an idea. Okay, there we go. Here we are with what I wanted to sell. Like, I had ideas of what I emerge, which would have been like maybe a Don't Forget music box. Of course, the clock, analog clock or digital, I don't know, both. A Pocket Fern / Don't Forget t-shirt. It would have been a blank t-shirt, probably black and white, you could choose. And just there's a pocket on it, which Fern or Neo would like sit in it, like a mini version of them, you know? And with a number on it, the day you bought it would record what day the episode would come out. Like if you bought it 1256, it would have had it written in it, maybe inside the pocket. And I had a funny idea about mug, which text would be, I survived Don't Forget World Media Channel and all I got was the stupid shirt. I think that was on purpose. Instead of saying mug, it just says shirt. I don't know. Would have been a joke item that you could buy. At 10 million subscribers, which would have been unrealistic, so that's why I made it unrealistic. I mean, 10 million subscribers on 1,600 days. That's like, even a million makes no sense. Even, I mean, 8k makes sense. Which would have been, I Don't Forget the movie. The middle of all special videos length. Okay. Yeah. So I would have wanted to make an animated movie revolving around Don't Forget. And that's it with specials. Because I don't think 100 million would have been at all. Like, even 10 million, I thought, yeah, okay, that makes no sense. Just, I have a fucking stupid idea though. Dumb shit when enough subs. So I had good ideas about when I have enough subs, I could do some dumb shit. For example, at 5k, we are already over 5k, I would have interviewed it SSB Rocker. I already talked about it, but I never got myself to, I never got the courage to ask. At 10k, I would have asked BioWolf42 because he's my favorite streamer. I mean, I don't watch him anymore, but like I still like him. Sometimes I watch his videos. I would have wanted to like, hey BioWolf, could we stream together? At 3 million, I would have asked Phil, hey, do you wanna do some funny shit? Like, do dumb shit like with them, you know? At 17 million, I would have asked MadPad. And at 30 million, I would have made Jacksepticeye and Markiplier talk to Yellow, Table and me. Yeah, it's just dumb shit. Anything after BioWolf no chance, you know, would have never happened. So, not funny topics, just topics. I wanted to do an episode at least with every topic, you know? Like one episode about autos and vehicles, one which is comedy. I mean, I have entertainment, but I never really did comedy. Education, I had an idea and I could have done it, but I was lazy, which is about the hazard instructions in the laboratory. Because when you work with hazardous chemicals, there are like these hazard instructions, like these signs, and I would have explained each and every one of them in a serious way because it's education. But I never got myself to it. I even found a video to copy, like a German one. But like, yeah, how to and style. I don't know. News and politics. The news, I already talked about the scrap thing. I wanted to make an episode about the news in Spain, America, and Germany. What last week happened. Non-profit and activism, I don't know. Science and technology, I have no idea either. Traveling events. Maybe I would have done the travel vlog, I don't know. And sports, I don't know, I would have probably done something with table tennis. I had some other goals, like becoming an official artist on YouTube. You know the verified badge? There's also an artist badge, which is easier to get, I think. And I would have wanted for YouTube to comment under one of my episodes. That would have been amazing if YouTube would have commented under one, but it never happened. Anyway, and for the last thing, I had a cool idea, which is the last 7 episodes would have had in a pre-intro. Everyone would say, I am X, and you're watching Don't Forget We'll Meet Each Other. Because some YouTubers back then had this pre-intro. They pointed the camera to one of the people, at least it happened in Germany, like ClickZoom, that's a German YouTuber. He said, I'm ClickZoom, and you're watching Lenificate. So I wanted Markiplier to say, I'm Markiplier, and you're watching Don't Forget We'll Meet Each Other. Then 6 would have been Ethan. He would say, I'm Ethan, and you're watching Don't Forget We'll Meet Each Other. Lixian too, because I like Lixian, the YouTuber, he's so cool. He'd say, I'm Lixian, and you're watching Don't Forget We'll Meet Each Other. Then I would have asked Yellow to do the same, Table to do the same, and then Don't Forget We'll Meet Each Other, and Firm would also say that for 2 and 1, and yeah. But that never happened, and will not happen, because I don't think I can contact Markiplier, Ethan, and Lixian. Maybe Lixian, but I don't think Mark and Ethan. I don't know if Yellow would be up to do that. I don't have contact to Table anymore, and the last 2 would work, but at that point it doesn't matter. I know it sounds all sad because all that stuff sounds so cool, but I spent my 1,600 days how I spent them. I can't change the past. You do mistakes in 1,600 days. Everyone does mistakes in 1,600 days. And I guess these are my mistakes because I regret not doing some of them. But also, in turn of that, we have done a lot of other cool things, which might not have happened if I didn't do those. But oh well, we have 11 days left, so let's spend them wisely. Everyone should do that. And don't forget, we'll meet each other. I'll see you soon.